Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning to the audience. Thank you for coming with us. With me, your host Zulaika Kisina at the Exploring Food Throughout Malaysia in interview segment. As we know, Malaysia is very famous for a variety of food dishes that have attracted a lot of foreign tourists. To find out more about this today, we are bringing a special guest for you all, namely Puan Sharifah, to be interviewed on our main topic today, which is exploring food throughout Malaysia. So, Puan Sharifah, can you share your experience with us about your food hunting activity?
Waalaikumsalam, and thank you to Miss Christina, our host for today. Thank you also for inviting me for today's interview session. So to answer that question, well, it is all started in the end of 2021 when I watched a showcase, or not a showcase, a TV show that showcasing a variety of food that look very tasty, as I like to eat, so I think it's really look tasty. Starting from there, I was eager to try many different types of food, so I would like to try a lot of food. So I think that maybe I should try to share the joy of the tasting food together with people. So from that, I got an idea to create my own YouTube show that can showcase my food hunting activities all over Malaysia while vlogging. So I chose vlogging because I think that vlogging is more interesting than just take a picture and put it in the blog, since I like to edit video more than just taking a picture. Not like most people like to take picture, but I like vlogging more than just to take picture. So before COVID, actually I had a stable job, but during COVID, my job became volatile and it impacted my income. So COVID indeed is one of the factors that prompt me to produce my YouTube channel, because it can some extent help me to find my side money. Also, so in the first place, I started to make a research, like preparation on how to do this food hunting activity. So I also prepare my own trip map, so it is easy for me to just follow the map. Okay, so I started exploring Negeri Sembilan in the first place, which is a negeri that I live. There are a lot of interesting food in restaurant, in stalls, street food. I have tried all of it in Negeri Sembilan. Might be some food that I not try yet, but I will try to make some times later. All the food categories, not only from one races, but a lot of races, various of races. Well, after that exploring Negeri Sembilan, I started going out to the nearest state, which is Malacca, they're known as a historic state of Malacca. So of course there will be many type of interesting food, as you know that Malacca is really rich with tourism activities there. So especially it started to improve more after the cross state is allowed, right? So it's actually not easy for me to travel around from one state to just to find food. It takes few months to explore just one state. Also, I also have to take into account about the cost that I use. So it's kind of this hard sometimes for me to adjust my time with my trip food hunting activity. However, one day when a video that I uploaded while I was in Malacca went viral, and because of that, there were some food places that invited me to eat at their places to promote their business. So a little bit of my cost can be reduced from that. So at first I thought of taking a short break after finishing exploring the two states, which is Negeri Sembilan and Malacca. But however, when my YouTube show got more response, got more positive response, so I decided to go for one more, which is Selangor, the nearest state between Malacca and Negeri Sembilan. So I started to explore Selangor and say goodbye to Malacca, to the historic state of Malacca. So far only 3 states that I have visited for food hunting, and now I am taking a break. So maybe early next year Inshallah, I will start my exploration of more diverse and interesting places for this food hunting activity.
Wow, it's very interesting sharing from Puan Sharifah about her experience in food hunting activity. Talking about food hunting activity, I also have a little experience about it and would like to share a little with you. Which is among my experience in food hunting activity is that I once watched a contiguous TikTok video about the deliciousness and delicacy of food in Kelantan based on Thai food. It has attracted my interest to go to Kelantan and taste the delicious food from Kelantan, such as krabu Maggi, som tam, nasi krabu, and many more. I strongly support the action of Puan Sharifah, who created her own YouTube account to showcase food hunting activity all over Malaysia while vlogging. This is not only able to attract more Malaysian and foreign tourists to enjoy the delicious food that is in Malaysia. In fact, it is also able to help traders earn more income in their business activity. So, Puan Shah, what is the most unique food you have ever tried throughout your exploration?
So, the most unique food that I have ever tried throughout my exploration is, I think that I remember there is one restaurant in Negeri Sembilan. It is called Manate Steakhouse, located in Seremban 2. Most of the dishes are meat-based, if I'm not mistaken. There is this one menu called Rendang Tok Pizza. It is very unique for me since a traditional dishes, which is rendang, and matched with European food, which is pizza. And I think it is produced a very interesting and delicious combination. I really love it. Oh, also, this Manate Steakhouse also have many unique dessert, and one of it that I remember is bahulu butter pudding. The base is bahulu eaten with salted caramel sauce, which in turn produces a very tasty flavor for me. Actually, it's one of the best dessert that I have ever tried before. There are actually still many unique foods I have tried. However, these two menus are among my favorites.
Wow, quite interesting. I cannot wait to go and test it myself at Manate Steakhouse located in Negeri Sembilan, and also to go and try bahulu butter pudding because I am the kind of person who really likes dessert. So I feel so excited and cannot wait to taste it. Okay, Puan Shah, the last question that I will ask Puan Shah is, what do you think about the diversity of food exists in Malaysia?
So, talking about the diversity of food exists in Malaysia, right? So, I think that our country does indeed have a very unique and interesting variety of food. Each ethnicity, each race have their own traditional food, and also have become a sign of their identity. Well, this diversity, therefore, has made Malaysia country known for its delicious food, especially by a tourist from Western country normally. I also feel that this diversity of food can help to boost Malaysian economy by maybe being promoted through the tourism industry is one of the good thing. Well, tourists will definitely be attracted to advertisement about food. Like, who doesn't like when we mention about food? And I also love when we mention about food. So, an increase in the level of the country's tourism industry will increasing the level of the country's economy. So, like myself, who does food hunting, this also counts as a tourism activity as I travel from one places to another. To some extent, I think that my food hunting activities can help the growth of the country's tourism industry. So that's my opinion about food diversity in Malaysia. That really can create an opportunity for Malaysian economy to boost.
Yes, I strongly agree with you, Puan Shah, that our country does indeed have a unique and interesting variety of food. Moreover, our country is made up of various races, each with its own traditional food specialty. This diversity has made Malaysia a country known for its delicious food, especially by tourists from Western country. I think that's all for our interview segment today, and thank you to Puan Shah for willing to attend this interview. So Puan Shah, do you have any last word for us today?
Okay, for my last word, once again, I want to say thank you for inviting me for today's interview session. I really appreciate it. I was very happy to being able to talk to you about my food hunting experience, and it was so much fun. Also, don't forget to browse my YouTube channel to follow my experience while doing my food hunting throughout Malaysia. Thank you. Assalamualaikum.
Thank you for coming to this IV, and that's all from me.